Dear students, in previous video we already discussed about oxidation numbers, oxidation state or oxidation number. So in that video what we discussed, just I recap here. So we discussed about oxidation number. Oxidation number is nothing but the charge is present on the atom which is in the combination, right? Then we find out the oxidation number for ionic compounds and covalent compounds. For ionic compounds, that is in the case of ionic compounds, we said the charge on the atom present in the compound is equal to oxidation number. But in the case of covalent compounds, how many electrons are present in the bond is assigned to the more electronegative atom, that is the oxidation state of covalent bond. So in that we saw two examples. So that is in the case of HCl, hydrochloric acid. So we said here one bond is present in between hydrogen and chlorine, and the two electrons are assigned to the chlorine. That means one electron for hydrogen, one electron from hydrogen, one electron from chlorine. Two electrons are present in between two atoms. So now we assign to this hydrogen electron also to the chlorine, because chlorine is more electronegative. That's why one electron is taken from the hydrogen. That's why it takes -1 and hydrogen oxidation number +1. Okay, so like this we discussed in previous video. So in that one more case also we discussed, that is H2. H2 means one more bond is present, that is single bond is present in between two hydrogens, but here more electronegativity atom is nothing. Two hydrogen atoms are having same electronegativity, right? So here we said in previous video already, so here oxidation number of hydrogen 0 0, as well as in Cl2, in the case of Cl2, so one bond is present in between Cl and Cl. So here also no electronegativity difference in between these two atoms. So here also, so no assigning the electrons to any chlorine atom. That's why here also oxidation number 0 and 0. So see here one complication is occurred here. So in this case chlorine is having -1 oxidation number, and here chlorine is having 0 oxidation number. Okay. So it is not convenient method to determine the oxidation numbers for every atom. So that's why some operational rules are proposed by the scientists to determine the oxidation number correctly. So what is that operational rules? Now we are going to see that. Okay. So some operational rules we have. See. So operational rules for determine the oxidation numbers. So you have to remember these rules. According to these rules we will find out the oxidation number, or we will assign the oxidation number for the atoms in a compounds. Either it is a ionic or covalent, we can assign the oxidation numbers for that atoms present in the compound. Okay. So one by one we can see the rules. Rule number 1. The oxidation number of hydrogen is always +1 in all compounds. But here one exception is there. Exception is metallic hydrides like NaH, BaH2, like that. So metallic hydrides means metal is combined with hydrogen is called metal hydride. So here sodium is a metal, sodium is combined with hydrogen, so it is a metal hydride. So in this metal hydride, oxidation number of hydrogen is -1. So in the metallic hydrides oxidation number is -1, but generally hydrogen oxidation number is +1. In BaH2 also, see, so in BaH2 also hydrogen oxidation number -1 and barium +1. Okay, so here -1 -2 will become, and barium +2 will become here. So the oxidation number of hydrogen is +1 generally, but except in metallic hydrides. So in metallic hydrides hydrogen oxidation number -1. Okay. Next rule is the oxidation number of an atom in free element is 0. The oxidation number of an atom in free element is 0. So no matter how complicated the molecule is, hydrogen in H2 oxidation number 0, sulfur in S8 oxidation number is 0, P4 oxidation number 0, O2 and O3. In that oxygen oxidation number 0, because in uncombined state or in native state or in free state, the atom oxidation number is always 0. Okay, so this is the important second rule. Next, third rule, the fluorine oxidation number -1. The fluorine oxidation number -1 in all its compounds. Fluorine is the more electronegative element in our periodic table, right? So the fluorine oxidation number is always -1. You have to remember this rule. Next rule is oxidation number of oxygen is -2. Oxidation number of oxygen is -2. So generally oxidation number -2. But in peroxides oxygen oxidation number -1. For example, you have to see H2O2. So in that H2O2, see H2O2. So already we discussed in rule number 1, hydrogen oxidation number +1, right? So here 2 hydrogens are there, that's why this will become +2. So here +2 and this one will become -2. -2 means for each oxygen atom it will come -1 only. So that's why in peroxides, so this is hydrogen peroxide. So in peroxides oxygen oxidation number -1. Then another exception is there, that is in superoxides. So in superoxides oxidation number of oxygen is -1. Then oxygen fluorides, in oxygen fluorides oxygen oxidation number +2. Okay, so example we can see for oxygen fluorides OF2. In OF2 oxygen oxidation number -2, then fluorine oxidation number will become +2, then only it will become 0. So both the oxidation numbers gets equal to 0 in neutral molecule. That is also one more rule, it will come. So now in oxygen fluorides oxygen oxidation number is +2. Okay, now for superoxides also we will see one example. So KO2. Okay, so here K oxidation number +1, here -1. So here 2 oxygens are there, that's why it will become half of the oxidation number. So that is minus of, 2 oxygens -of. So this is superoxide KO2. So in superoxides oxidation number of oxygen is -of, example is KO2. Okay, next rule is the oxidation number of an ion is equal to the electrical charge present on the ion. Okay, so rule number 5, the oxidation number of an ion is equal to the electrical charge present on it. That means you have to take any ion, that ion definitely having some charge, so that charge is equal to oxidation number. Okay, so next rule is for first year elements is nothing but lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. So these elements oxidation number is +1. Okay, now next rule is for second year elements, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. So these elements oxidation number is +2. Next rule number 8, for complex ions the algebraic sum of the oxidation numbers of all the atoms is equal to the net charge on the ion. So this is the one more important rule. So you have to take one complex ions. Ion means it is having some charge. So in that complex ions, the algebraic sum of the oxidation numbers of all the atoms. So what is the present in atoms, all that complex ion, that is equal to total charge which is present on that ion. So this is most important rule. And one more rule is there, that is also very important. So that one we can see. So that is in the neutral molecule. So we discussed about charge containing complex ion, right? So here one more rule is there. So in the case of neutral molecule, the algebraic sum of the oxidation numbers of all the atoms present in the molecule is 0. So you have to take a neutral molecule, so no charge on that. So that time the total oxidation numbers of the atoms is equal to 0. So then only it is correct, otherwise it will not correct. Okay, now we can see some examples. So how to find out oxidation numbers in a molecules or in a compounds. So see question number 1, what is the oxidation number of Cr? chromium in K2Cr2O7. So here we know that last rule, you have to remember last rule, rule number 9. So in the case of neutral molecule, the algebraic sum of the oxidation numbers of all the atoms present in the molecule is 0. So based on that rule, in the K2Cr2O7, all the atoms oxidation number is equal to 0 because no charge present on that K2Cr2O7, right? So see solution, how can we find out? So let's take X, which atom you have to find out the oxidation number, that one you have to take as X. So let the oxidation number of chromium in K2Cr2O7 be X. Okay, so you have to take that chromium oxidation number as X. Then we know that already. So remaining atoms which are present, potassium are there and oxygen is there. So already we know that potassium belongs to first group element, right? Sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, right? So oxidation number +1, and oxygen oxidation number generally -2. So here not peroxides and superoxides. So here oxygen oxidation number -2 only. So we are equal to 0. We are doing here all the atoms oxidation numbers is equal to 0. So that's why